Alex, I walked into the shop this morning and the air it smelled like opportunity. Or maybe that was just the solvent I forgot to cap off last night. Either way, my head's clear and I'm ready for February.
Haha. Definitely the solvent, Tiger. I could smell it from the driveway. But seriously, it's February 2nd, the new year. New me crowd has mostly given up on the gym, which means it's time for the real builders to get to work.
Exactly. The hobbyists are hibernating, but the fabricators, they're hungry. I was looking at the 2026 industry forecast this morning. It's wild. 70% of metal fabricators are looking to buy new press brakes this year.
Wait, hold on. 70%? That's a massive jump. What happened? Did everyone's equipment just collectively decide to give up the ghost on New Year's Day?
Close. It's more that people are tired of making it work. Here's the thing, nobody tells you about old school metal forming. You spend 40% of your time actually bending metal and 60% of your time swearing at a manual gauge that's off by a hair. Ask me how I know. I once spent 3 days on a custom electrical housing unit, only to realize my final bend was 2 degrees shallow across the whole production run. I didn't have a CNC back then. I had a protractor and a dream. The dream died that afternoon in a pile of scrap steel.
So the 2026 trend isn't just about buying new toys. It's about precision as a service. If 66% of these shops are upgrading their GMAW, that's MIG welding for the folks at home, they're basically trying to eliminate the Tiger mistake factor.
Hey, I resemble that remark, but you're right. It's the gateway to efficiency. If you're still fighting your tools, you aren't making money. You're just expensive heating for your shop.
Speaking of making money, let's talk about the guys who actually keep the lights on and the water running. We've got some massive news for the trade apprentices in the audience.
This one's huge. The PHCC Educational Foundation is putting their money where the pipes are. 75 scholarships, $180,000 in total.
That's not chump change. If you're an apprentice in plumbing or HVAC, that's your tuition, your tools, and maybe enough left over for some actual decent work boots that don't leak the second you step in a puddle.
Which you will do, often. But here's the pro tip for the 2026 apprentice. Don't just learn to sweat a copper joint, learn the digital side.
Okay, but what about when the smart plumber also needs to be a regular plumber? I feel like people get so caught up in the tech, they forget how to use a pipe wrench.
Oh, you still need the muscle memory. But the guy who can install a high-efficiency boiler and calibrate the digital monitoring system via a tablet, that guy names his own price. It's about being bilingual. You have to speak both wrench and Wi-Fi.
I love that. Wrench and Wi-Fi. And for the people who don't want to go the 4-year route, there's that new 9-week boot camp that just launched. Direct pathway to union apprenticeships.
9 weeks. I've had projects sit in the corner of my shop longer than 9 weeks because I couldn't decide on a finish. In the time it takes most people to pick a paint color, you could be on a career path that pays 6 figures in 5 years.
It's the fast track era. No fluff, just skills.
Now, let's talk to my maker moguls. The people currently working a 9 to 5, but spending their 5 to 9 making cutting boards or leather wallets in the garage.
I can hear the collective sigh of every woodworker who has a stack of 40 identical cutting boards sitting in their spare bedroom right now.
We've all been there. But listen, 2026 is the year of the product range. If you're just selling a board, you're a commodity. You're competing with the big box stores.
So what's the play? Bundling?
Exactly. Don't sell a cutting board. Sell a Saturday night charcuterie guest experience. You sell the board, a small tin of your custom beeswax and mineral oil finish, and maybe a branded apron.
It's the Apple approach to woodworking. It's an ecosystem.
Precisely. And identify your niche. Stop trying to sell to everyone. Find the people who want personalized tech accessories or sustainable mid-century decor. The story is what sells. Tell them about the 100-year-old barn that wood came from. Tell them about the 3 shirts you ruined getting the finish just right.
People are buying the maker as much as the product.
They really are, especially now. In a world of AI-generated everything, something with a thumbprint on it, even if it's a slightly greasy thumbprint, has value.
All right, Tiger, before we wrap, we have to talk DIY. It's February, it's cold, and for some reason, people are thinking about gazebos.
It's the spring fever trap. You see one sunny day, and suddenly you're at the hardware store buying 40 bags of Quikrete. But if you want that gazebo to stay in your yard, and not your neighbor's yard, when the March winds blow, You have to talk foundations.
I've seen your foundation faces, Tiger. It's the face you make when you see someone pouring concrete directly onto dirt.
It hurts my soul, Alex. It really does. Here's the thing. Nobody tells you. The concrete is the easy part. The gravel subbase is the part that keeps it from cracking. If you don't compact that gravel until your teeth rattle, don't even bother opening the bags.
And the anchoring, you're a big proponent of set and pour over drilling after, right?
Always. Drilling into cured concrete is a great way to spend a Saturday ruining expensive masonry bits and hitting rebar. Set your anchors while the mud is wet. It becomes one chemical bond. That gazebo will be there long after the house is gone.
Stay gritty. That's the TigerDen motto, right?
Every single day. Whether you're applying for that PHCC scholarship, upgrading your press brake, or just trying to get a level pour in a freezing drizzle, just keep moving.
Well, I'm going to go move toward that coffee pot. I think I've got most of the solvent out of my lungs now.
Good choice. Build something today that you'll be proud of 10 years from now. We'll see you in the shop tomorrow.